The vet's on her way here, and this is Reese's second visit and Drakaina's third visit.
For those of you that had missed the prior videos, I won the auction in Indiana and I got my first Frisian horse. She's very special because it's the first horse that we've all agreed upon. But unfortunately, during the auction process, Drakaina got sick and we've been on high alert for Strangles. Then I got her home and unfortunately we had a quarantine protocol breach and my little Viking pony Reese has also got contracted to whatever Drakaina has.
Good morning, Ima. See, sometimes she can be really affectionate. The vet just got here. So I just put her halter on because the vet's coming. Come on, Drakaina. Good girl. And if I don't get your face, you okay? We just talk on it?
Yeah.
It does pay for my vet bills.
My pretty girl.
Reese's, his temperature is going up, down, up, down, up.
Yeah. So when did it finally stay down?
Either late for yesterday or yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, we can pull blood. Hey, sweetie. Let's have a listen to you. Sweetheart.
Right, Reese's? So she only needed 2 Banamines.
Okay. Time for some blood. Oh, honey. Let's see how good you are now that you feel good. Oh, I know it's awful. All right, so you can hang out. And we'll run this.
And we're going to run the SSA panel.
Yep. If you need to do more antibiotics.
What's the difference between SSA and CBD?
The SAA just looks at one specific enzyme or protein.
And that protein is what, stronger if there's bacteria?
In theory,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not always consistent.
Yeah.
But it does go up consistently with systemic infection. It'll go up faster than like the white cell count will.
This is like an indicator.
Yep.
Her temperature was 99.
Yeah. Yep.
And the heart rate was normal.
Normal. Breathing's normal. Okay. Now we let that run.
How long is that?
That's 10 minutes.
And that's this.
That's the reader, yep.
And that reads SSA.
Yep.
Difference between strap and strangles.
Strangles is actually the disease that is caused by a strep bacteria, of which there are multiple. So strep is the big family name. And then below that you have like strep equi, which is the specific bacteria that causes strangles. And then you have like what she got, which was strep zoo, which is a cousin to strep equi and is normally a semi-normal, not uncommon inhabitant of the respiratory tract. And then it takes advantage when they get stressed or ill for other reasons and overpopulates, runs wild as a party.
And someone said like a shipping fever. Is that what shipping fever is? Or just, well, I never heard of shipping.
Shipping fever is kind of a generic catch-all for usually pneumonia secondary to repeated transport.
And she doesn't have pneumonia?
No.
So it's different?
Nope. Hers has all been upper airway.
But could the shipping fever be a general term for what she has or no? There's just...
Yeah, some people would consider it shipping fever.
And then they'd also say that and pneumonia.
Yeah.
Sense.
Yeah.
And then once they have like no symptoms, when do they get to be integrated with the herd?
About 2 to 3 weeks.
Past
no symptoms.
No symptoms.
Because they can shed the virus for a while after they've quit showing signs. So better to err on the side of caution.
And this is nose-to-nose contact?
Nose to nose or within sneezing, coughing distance.
Which is what, 20 feet?
15 to 20, yeah.
So we're good.
So, opposite sides of the driveway.
Yep.
You want to grab Reese and...
This is definitely mad at me right now for every time I get him, I'm pulling his temperature or giving him Banamine. So, he's not so inquisitive at the moment. But you're feeling a lot better today. I'm not as worried anymore. Come on, Reese.
You look so not excited.
He doesn't look excited. So keep him in here or out there?
Either one.
Okay. He's the boss and no one's gonna...
Right.
Usually when a horse runs into me, it's because he's chasing the horse.
Gotcha. Yeah, and as long as the emus keep their...
Go distance.
Hi, buddy. Oh, stop. I'm just looking. Better than the other day. Good. I know you don't like your temp taken.
Yeah, he doesn't like it at all. He should be used to it by now.
Thanks, but doesn't mean they Reese. Oh no, bud. There you go.
Oh, Reese.
Stop it.
He's definitely not a kicker. Thankfully.
Yeah, 98.7.
That's great then.
Yep.
So you think that it was so high when I first read it because we caught it so early?
Well, yeah. Or as he was at his sickest, yeah. Then as they recover, it comes down. Oh, dude.
But you're saying about Drakaina's weight that we have to watch it, you think?
Hmm?
You think we're going to have to watch her weight?
Yeah.
I noticed she's thick, right?
Yep, she's thick and she's honestly already a little bit on the chunkier side.
I thought so too, because every time I look at Patriot, I'm like, oh, she looks emaciated. But it's but Patriot's she's more lean anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have to push to find Drakaina's rib.
Do people ever give horses, I know it's a crazy question, but do they ever people give horses steroids because she looks so muscular?
Yeah.
Like at a sale bar to make them look more desirable?
Yeah. I mean, usually not at her age.
Yep.
Usually it's older horses. And probably more so in the performance horses.
That they would administer that. Because she does look like a little statue.
Yeah. That's probably where they were probably pumping the feed to her.
But then OCD, right?
Yeah. So it's.
So she's gonna drop weight
totally,
here.
Huh?
She's gonna drop weight here then probably. And that's okay.
Yeah, as long as you don't get too skinny. Alright, little man. Give me some blood. Oh, baby. I know. Oh, what a boy. What a good boy. Alright, go back to your hay.
I can take them off the halter straight? Or just her?
No, well, we don't have the results yet.
Got it. So just keep them.
Yeah, leave their halters on just so if we do have to do antibiotic.
Yep.
You got one less step to.
Yeah, perfect. And Reese is gonna need it because he only had one dose anyway.
Depends on what his numbers are.
Got it.
Yeah, because if he just has flu.
Because she had two things, you can only carry one.
Right. And if it's just the flu, it's a virus, and the antibiotics aren't going to do any good anyhow. Strep bacteria in addition to, or in addition to the flu. Oh, yeah. 3 more minutes on her, then we'll do his and see what we have.
Perfect. So she had the flu and
a strep zoo.
Strep zoo, and that's a bacterial virus. That's bacteria.
Strep is a bacteria.
And
the flu is a virus, just like us. Yep.
Yeah, I'm interested to know if she got it for the auction, at the auction, or after. I think it was before.
Who knows? I mean, because how long between the auction and her shipping here was it?
So I bought her on Friday. The auction was Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
She shipped Saturday, and she got to Ohio that night.
Okay.
And in Ohio, she was supposed to get back on Tuesday night, but she was in Ohio from Saturday till Tuesday.
Okay.
To Wednesday. And I picked her up. She got in late Wednesday night, so I got her Thursday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So she was 5 days in Ohio.
So she could have picked it up there.
And that's,
or could have picked it up at the sale.
Yep.
And a lot of times we think 3 to 5 days on the viruses to jump, but can go can take longer.
Is there anything you can do to prevent it, or would that be an extreme measure?
Aside from, you mean like after they've been through a sale or shipping in general?
I would never sell at auction, but for people that sell at auction, I mean,
right.
It's just inherent risk.
I mean, it's an inherent risk, of mingling a bunch of horses. Certainly the ones that are better vaccinated.
Yeah.
Are less likely. The older horses, that are well vaccinated and have been exposed to more stuff naturally are at less risk than a baby that hasn't seen much. Some people will give them a couple of shots of an immune stimulant.
Is that the IC?
No, SMZs are an antibiotic. Which again, some people will do to try and prevent or hide bacterial infection.
That's not the right course, right?
No.
That's post-exposure, not the
preventative. Yeah. When we have super bugs.
Oh, so they get resistant?
Yep. If people are using antibiotics either preventatively, or when they have a virus and they do no good. So her SAA is down to 40. That's normal. Oops, hold on. There you go. Quick, before it.
40. Got it. And that's down to normal.
That's normal. So she is done.
So she went from 850 to 40.
To 40 over a week. So that's fabulous. Precisely what we want.
Yep. So her, if it was just her in the quarantine paddock, would you say that it would be 3 weeks from today then?
Yes.
But obviously it would have been Reese's.
Yeah, we'll see what he's doing.
Yep. Are there any types of like bacterial or viral infections for horses that there's no antibiotics will work on that?
There are definitely some super bugs, but yeah, that the antibiotic choices are very limited and are not as effective as we would hope for.
So then what do people do? Scientists have to create more?
That would be nice.
That's not as easier said than done.
Exactly. You know, we have to start pulling more from the human side. You know, we can only pull so many, in large part because of cost factors. You know, some of the newer, more high-powered human antibiotics, by the time you scale up the price for a horse, take away the insurance covering it, you can't.
It's not financially affordable, yeah.
You know, or the side effects are toxic for any number of lovely things. But yeah, there are definitely resistant bacteria, which is why we are getting more and more particular about just handing out antibiotics.
That makes sense.
And trying to get away from, oh, here, have a bottle of SMZs to keep on your shelf and use whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't like that answer. I mean, they have to have the vet out.
That's just...
I mean, really, anybody.
Nobody wants them to be the resistant antibiotics, but
yeah, but not everybody will wrap their head around
the bigger picture.
Yeah. You know, they pulled all the antibiotics off the shelves at Tractor Supply.
Oh, they did?
Yep.
When was that a new thing? I think Bray was
last
talking.
Summer.
Because of that exact reason you're talking
exact
about.
Reason. You know, people were going in and buying them over the counter and using them inappropriately. You know, wrong conditions, wrong dose, you know, not long enough, all those things. And, you know, creating major resistance problems. Plus, then in the livestock that are going to enter the food chain, increase residue violations and potential human exposure to the residue, which then, you know, transfers the superbugs to the human population, and we lose the effectiveness not only on the animal side but on the people side.
Have you ever heard that like you know how they have like the horse meat markets in Canada? And isn't there like a minimum time the horse has to stay there before it gets transported?
They're supposed to be, yes.
And that's for what, the antibiotics to leave their system?
Or bute or any of that.
What does bute do?
The residues, they worry about liver damage in people. So, yeah, all of that stuff.
We probably get more than we realize.
Yeah. But, you know, that's why, you know, on the livestock side, everything that gets medicated has to, you know, is supposed to be recorded so they don't go
to the food supply
before the withdrawal period. If they do, it can come back both on the producer and on the vet prescribing if it's not documented that the vet, you know, inform the
owner that they have to
hold it for X number of days after dosing. Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Yeah, go to a lot of the auctions. People always think kill buyers. And
yeah.
They say, I guess they're saying like the big Belgians, if they sell for like less than 1,000 or something, big chances.
Yeah. You know, and some of them do end up on the trucks to Canada or Mexico.
But you know the Chincoteague auction? I went to that and they were selling for like, one of them sold for, I want to say 50,000. It's a record for a and then but on average it was like 2.5 to like 5,000.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a novelty, right?
Yeah. And they actually, I mean, raised up. We've had clients that have had a couple over the years, and they can make nice little sport ponies. You know, and nice little you know, pleasure ponies
for the people.
Yeah. You know, I mean they're ponies, so.
Yeah.
You gotta be, you know, not big.
Yeah, and they got durable.
Yeah, but they're tough little suckers and can be very smart too. Yeah. So yeah, I could see, the 50,000 was probably somebody. Oh, that one's super cute. It was super markings, or you know,
it got to live back in the herd. It was one, you know,
okay, and they donated back. That's cool.
Yeah, I guess they do like a syndicate. They all put in, like, say there's like a big group,
right?
Say they put in $100,
right?
And then they raise the money, and then that one goes back to live, and they basically like group owned,
right? Yeah,
I like those.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
The money goes to like the fire station.
Yeah, all of the proceeds from the auction goes to either the firemen or supporting the herd.
People were saying, oh, kill buyers no kill buyer is going to spend $2,500 to $5,000 on a pony.
On a young pony.
No,
they're not. That's
they're too.
You, John Doe up the road.
Yeah.
Families. I've always wanted a Chincoteague pony because they're cute. That's not where the kill buyers go. They go to the bigger auctions, bigger horses. And honestly, they don't even really want the skinny ones because, and it costs them as much to transport them. If they're a body condition of, 2 or 3, which those aren't even supposed to load and ship. They shouldn't get travel papers when they're that thin. It costs as much to haul them to Mexico as it does, an 8 or a 9 body condition horse. And what are you going to get more, because they get paid by the pound.
What would you say Drakaina's body score is? A 7? A 6?
Yeah, she's a 7.
She's a 7?
She's a chunky monkey.
What did I bring it down to? A 4 or 5?
4 to 5 for a young growing horse. But the other racket that's going on with those. 93.
That's high.
Yep. So he's going to stay on some antibiotics. Oh, actually, that one reads it as. So he's staying on antibiotics.
That is high, right?
That's higher than, that's moderately high. So he'll stay on antibiotics just to be safe.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll do another one today and plan on Wednesday.
For the visit, yep.
Yep. So why don't you go round him back up?
Yep.
And I will get that drawn up.
Is it just pulling Reese?
Yeah, just be Reese. Yep.
So what is so special about this one?
It is very effective against the strep bacteria. And it's nice because you only have to give it every 4 days versus daily, so they get less angry at you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he was getting the mad at me when he doesn't even want to come near me.
That stuff tastes
yucky. Yeah.
But no, this is nice.
Because it's 2 as opposed to every day, daily.
It's 2 or 3 shots versus, 1 or 2 shots a day for 10 days.
So I grabbed him then.
Grab Mr. Reese. We'll poke him.
Reese! Oh, guineas.
So where are you going?
To the Netherlands.
Nice.
I've never gone before.
Sounds like fun.
You were actually going to do there's like a beach horse ride.
Oh, cool.
I'm still recovering from a pulled hamstring from Janana. So
of course.
Yeah.
A little man.
That's taking a long time to heal.
Muscles take.
It's probably
muscles and ligaments take longer. Some days, you're fine. Don't be angry.
It's probably been 5 months, and it feels like it's healed, and
you aggravate it.
Yeah, aggravate it.
Yep, sounds about right.
And then just not used to it taking so long to heal. Like, usually, I feel like I heal pretty fast, but this is just it's an awkward spot.
Yep. Have you been to the doctor?
The doctor, when I went to my general doctor, he said see an orthopedic.
Yep.
I haven't made that appointment yet.
Do that. They'll probably send you to PT.
What's PT mean?
Physical therapy. To strengthen and stretch.
Yep.
Everything, which might help you over the hump.
Yep. When I was stretching it, it felt like it fully healed, and I stopped doing it because it wasn't hurting. And now it hurts again.
Yep.
So I guess PT, yeah.
At the very least, go back to stretching it on your own.
Yep.
Here, do these exercises and do these stretches.
To make you actually do it. Yeah.
Yep. And to get it back where it should be.
Functional.
If you're like most people, animals and everything else, you're probably ever so slightly babying it subconsciously.
Yes.
Or consciously.
Yep.
So it's not, no, it doesn't hurt. But it's not come back to full strength.
So I should be getting it stronger.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Stronger and stretchier.
When I hurt my back, when I was doing strength exercises, it was healing it. And when I wasn't doing it, like it was in pain. So it makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah. And then it hurts. You really don't want to do all those exercises because it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you go to PT and the evil physical therapists
that make
you do it.
Yep.
And they don't care if you're crying. Oh, they do.
They wanted to do a couple, maybe little horse shows next year with some of them. I don't know who. I'm like, I gotta get my hamstring healed first.
Yeah, well, there you go. When you get back,
Yep.
get your orthopedic appointment made.
Yep.
So you got all winter to get
rehabbed,
and then, yeah, take the big boys to the show and take the little turds to show in hand.
Yep.
That would be good exposure for both of the fillies.
Oh, dude, for the babies, you're saying?
Yeah,
oh, I can do that.
Find some place that got some, in-hand showmanship.
Like at the halter type showing?
Yeah. Just, honestly, even if you just, like the little 4-H shows.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Even if you just take them up there for the day and let them wander around and, lead.
Must be great for their brains.
Yeah, so they go and see and get used to all the commotion and life.
Yep.
And if you do it, even if you just go when you're not planning on taking them in a class and let them
have the experience.
Get used to standing around at the trailer or walking around.
Yeah, I definitely do that.
Even like Mav.
Yeah, so Mav turns, I think she's an early spring baby and she'll be 4. Yeah. So I sat on her back in the pond because just in case she bucked me, she didn't even care. She didn't notice I sat on her back.
Yeah. So you could start
walking around. And
backing her slowly and lots of walks around the farm to build her muscles. Yep. And take her and let her just hang out.
She's gonna love
for the day.
She'll love the attention.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that with them.
Yeah. And then take the boys to show if you want.
Do horses teeth? They go through teething and this? Yep. Is she doing that right now in the hay now or is she just having fun?
How old is she now?
She turns 2 at the end of February.
She might be cutting teeth, but she may also just be, that's probably more just playing around. Yeah.
So what will be Drakaina's vaccination? Because the guy said that she doesn't have any, but they were on Pancare only, the wormer.
Okay. So we'll start her. She's old enough to just do everything that we're doing on the other guys. So the rabies, EWT, West Nile, flu rhino, Potomac, and botulism.
What about Strangles?
We've not done any of the other guys because we had decided they were low.
They don't
risk. Yeah.
And if I ever get another horse, it's always going to go
there.
Yeah,
so you're relatively low risk. So I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Now if you get big back into showing, that's different.
Then we would give it just to the ones that travel or to all of them?
I would do everybody unless you're going to segregate the travelers.
We won't do that.
Yeah. Because they may bring it home.
They may carry it home and they can
spread it to the other guys.
Although they don't have it themselves.
Right. Between the vaccine gives them enough immunity that they don't get sick or they just get a very mild snotty nose or something.
Yep.
But can still carry it home to the unvaccinated.
So if I do start showing them, we'll add that to them.
If you start, if you're just going once a month to the little.
Every couple times a year.
Yeah. Then it's probably not worth it as long as you're smart at the shows and kind of.
Don't do nose to nose.
Don't do nose to nose. Don't share waters. Try to avoid standing around with everybody and their brother at the in-gate. While you're waiting for your class, kind of hang back.
Yep.
A little bit kind of thing. Then your risk is still relatively low. And same thing with your trail riding. If you're just going by yourself or meeting up a friend that you know, low risk. If you get into these big organized trail rides of everybody in there.
The hacks.
Yeah. A little bit less so like the old People Pony Club rides. And those are usually the more responsible owners that have their horses vaccinated and aren't going to bring somebody who's been sick or anything.
To the ride.
To the ride.
Do they have to have a certain vaccination to go out of, somebody said Pennsylvania, this girl said Pennsylvania is a great trail riding. To get to, do they have to, besides the Coggins?
As far as I know, all they need in Pennsylvania, Virginia, Delaware is typically a Coggins. Unless wherever you're going requires a health certificate.
And I have a health certificate
They're only good for 30 days.
They're only good for 30 days.
Yep. The health certificate.
So when you give me a health certificate with all their injections, that's a 30-day.
No, that's just a vaccine certificate that says, okay, they had these shots.
And that's different from a health certificate.
A health certificate is we've done a physical, temp pulse respiration, listen to their lungs, no snotty nose, no signs of disease that they're going to spread to somebody else.
And they need that interstate.
Yep, yeah. And that's if you're traveling interstate, or some farms and show facilities will require them to come on the property.
Yep.
Especially the show facilities. Yeah, just because, these places that have big shows regularly. So yes, but in general, the immediate surrounding states do not require a health certificate.
And then, so Coggins, what is that?
It is a test for equine infectious anemia, which is bloodborne. Usually mosquitoes or like shared dirty needles. Causes progressive anemia and weakness and cyclical fevers.
And what happens if they tested positive for that?
They will retest them. It is generally fatal. So, because it used to be very prevalent, the government instituted, testing requirement, and if they are confirmed positive on, two tests.
Yep.
They either end up euthanized or they have to be kept in a
designated area
at least 200 to 300 feet from any other equines.
Oh, wow.
For the rest of their life.
That's serious.
Yeah, because it is most of the time fatal. There are some that it'll develop into this kind of chronic, poor doer, always compromised state. Luckily around here we don't see a whole lot of positives. Maybe one every few years.
You have seen it before?
We've been lucky not had one in the practice, but it'll crop up in the area.
And then do you have a responsibility to, is there like a reporting agency or something?
Actually, the labs, if they
shows positive,
they notify us as well as the state and federal governments.
Because it's that serious.
Yeah, it's reportable on a state and federal level.
Oh.
And then they swoop in and start directing traffic.
Wow.
Quarantine everybody on the farm, everybody within a certain radius.
Who's they?
Feds.
The federal administration,
Yep.
Higher up, yeah.
Yep.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
I mean, they may leave it to the state to do the boots on the ground work, but it's coming from the federal vet's office.
Wow.
And the USDA. Yep. So, get your Coggins papers.
Yeah. Definitely.
Again, not really endemic in this area.
Just something to know about.
Yeah, but like the southern Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, those states that the mosquito population just never goes away.
Oh, it's just the mosquitoes.
Any bloodborne
mosquitoes on the property.
You're lucky. Yeah, mosquitoes.
Is it because the ground is so high up? Maybe?
Probably, yeah. You're dry enough. But yeah, mosquitoes, like the biting flies, can transmit it.
The horse flies, I get those.
Yeah, any of the biters that will blood suck.
Yep.
Can. If you're not practicing good hygiene and using the same needle on multiple horses, you can
spread it that way,
which
it's so easy to change a needle.
Oh yeah, I know, and they're like pennies.
Yeah,
but people
lazy
plus
or just bad practice. On
some of the bush level unregulated tracks. They're blood doping, just like human athletes are doing all that weird
performance enhancing stuff.
Yep. So yeah. So living down south where your biting bugs don't ever go away.
Like Florida
and that whole...
Florida was bad. But here's not so much.
No. Our winters at least get cold enough that things die most of the time.
Yep.
And then, like I said, the population is overrepresented in the number of positives that crop up each year.
Makes sense.
Especially the unregulated tracks, which again,
Thoroughbred tracks.
the quarter horse tracks.
Oh wait, quarter horse
racing.
They still do quarter horse racing?
Yeah.
I thought that was a thoroughbred thing.
No, there's not around here. There's not much, but out the Midwest and all, it's popular. Both
Like the quarter-mile sprints. I thought that was a thing of the past. I guess they still do that.
Nope.
Wow.
You know, both the regulated tracks, like the thoroughbred and standard bred tracks, but then they also have a subpopulation of unregulated, they call them bush tracks. And that's where you could talk about the wild, wild west of anything goes.
The pathogens.
Yeah. You know. So. All right. Aren't you supposed to be talking or something?
Oh, yeah, I'm going at 11.
Okay.